Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Been doing some great work with Chris Kidd, with chriskidd.com, chriskiddenterprises. He's a financial coach. Working not, and I love the term coach because you are working a lot of the in the sports arena as well as in the entertainment arena. And we've loved the stories you've been doing and always look forward to what you got for us next. And today, of course, no exception. I think this is something you and I have both been talking about for quite a while, and glad to be able to do it. Tell us a little bit more about Chris Kidd. By the way, you can learn more about him at chriskidd, and that's KIDD.com. And introduce your guest today.
Well, I'm a financial coach, much different from a advisor or a broker type person because I don't manage people's money. I don't sell securities or anything to them. I teach them how to manage their own. How to become better investors, how to handle their personal finances, get out of debt, and just overall just have a much bigger financial impact with what they're doing. My guest today is actress Mayra Leal. No, I'm not able to really use the Spanish part of that, but
it's okay.
That's pretty darn close based on what she told me. It's a total range of choices of words out there to describe you, but we're delighted to have you on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're a native Houstonian.
I
am. Making your way in Hollywood.
Yes.
Kind of tell us your story.
Well, I'm Houston born. I'm half Mexican, half El Salvadorian. I've always wanted to be in the entertainment business, and it kind of just fell onto my lap when I was about 17 years old, and I've been doing it ever since. And I did go to college. I went to University of Houston. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
But then after I really started pursuing a career in acting heavily, moved to LA, lived in Austin, lived in New Orleans. So I've been all over the place chasing my dream.
Yeah, very good. Chris, your question?
Well, what was it that got you into acting, or what? Did you always want to be an actress, or is it just something that you picked up when you were 17 and said, hey, I think I'll try this?
No, ever since I watched Titanic, I was like, man, I really want to be her. I want to be Kate. I thought she was amazing. The storytelling, I cried and I laughed and, so many emotions. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it. And ever since then, I would grab my shampoo in the shower and just act to it, create scenarios in the bathroom. Most people sing, but I would act. It was really weird. I know. I tell this to people now because I'm not embarrassed. But before, I definitely, when I would leave the bathroom door unlocked and I'm staring at the doorknob but Pedro, no, why? And then, my mother walks in accidentally and she's like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, just talking to myself. Anyway, I digress. I've always just had a passion for it, and I never really told anyone until I was older, and thought that I could really do it. I didn't think I could do it before.
So did you ever take ketchup into the bathroom and do the shower scene from Psycho?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, I'm just curious.
But I would, okay, this is kind of weird, but I would shut my sister's oh, this is really weird. Please, I'm not a creeper, I promise. I would take my little sister into the shower. That's weird. She's 6 years younger than me, and granted, I was 11 and she's 5, and we would do the Titanic scene, Jack, I'll never let go scene multiple times, and then finally when she got older, she's like, okay, all right, we're done with the stupid Jack, I'll never let go scene. Can we move on?
We got to come up with better scenes than this. Absolutely. Chris Kidd.
So what's it like, I guess, being in the acting business now, and some of the roles that you've had and some of the things that you have coming up?
What's it like?
Yeah.
What do you enjoy about it? And as far as roles that you've played, what have you liked? What
has it matched your expectations? Those type of things.
I mean, it's certainly a very tough business. There's ups and there's downs. There's moments of disappointment, and then there's a lot of highs. There's a lot of lows, and I mean, I think it really takes a very strong person to be able to to deal with that emotional roller coaster. But for the most part, I think I'm happy with the work that I've done, with the people that I've worked with, and with the characters I've gotten the chance to play. I just recently played a heroin addict in Daniel Baldwin's film Wisdom to Know the Difference, which actually I'm going to New York next week for the Manhattan Film Festival, and it's the official selection. And yeah, I mean, that was crazy. I mean, when I first saw the script, I was even anxious. I hadn't even been told that I got the part yet, and I was already anxious, thinking like, oh my God, I don't know if I could really pull this off. I mean, the emotions of a recovering heroin addict. I mean, I've never tried heroin in my life, but I can imagine. I'm sure it's awful to come down.
Yeah, I would assume that's true. But I'm looking at you at IMDb. I noticed you're extremely busy, so that's good. You know, that's the thing you want to see. You know, is that you always want to see the red line of post-production and production. You've got a lot of those,
yes.
And so you're keeping busy.
Yeah, I am. Luckily, I've been very fortunate, and I really appreciate everybody out there that has believed in me, continues to support me and believe in me, and I just hope to get to the top.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, we're getting a cue from our producer in that he's feeling very very odd man out with his glasses on that we're not wearing. So we're being told by our producer to put on the glasses. And
so yeah, so these awesome glasses, 6 Shades by Eddie Bauer Jr. I'm actually the official spokeswoman for them, and they're pretty awesome. I'm sorry, you guys can't see them, but we look pretty darn good in them.
I'm sure we'll get a video copy, and people will be able to see it at priceofbusiness.com and at usdailyreview.com.
Yeah,
so the lenses are great.
Yeah, they are. They're incredibly clear.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, how did you parlay into this?
Well, my lovely marketing man, he hooked it up. He introduced me to Eddie Bauer Jr. and just made it all work out. And here we are today. And I can't wait to start really rolling into things and going to events and all the the water events and the skiing events and such, to wear the glasses and promote them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw a website, and I want to make sure it's correct. What is your website for people to learn more about you?
It's mayraleal.com.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
And
you could see a lot of my trailers. If you would like a signed autograph, you could put in an inquiry for one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there. I sometimes post things that I like music, or I don't know, if I'm feeling in the mood to share the things that I like to do on a daily basis, then I'll share it on there.
Very cool.
It's like a little blog.
Mayra, thanks so much for being with us. Chris, you can learn more about Chris, of course, at chriskidd, KIDD.com. Great segment. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here, and definitely this interview can be found over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. More after this.